Hey, this is Glad to Tank back again for another restore update. Partial restore, anyway. Um, I just got the jukebox rewired with a new plug-in. We had an old hanger light that the thing was completely destroyed, so I decided to cut some of its water and use it to use it for this jukebox. As you see, I used the little blue connectors, squinched them together with the 3 wires, and then I used electric tape there. Maybe that's probably not very good, but I used that to try to help support it, to keep the blue from falling out, just in case anyway, since I quenched them as good as I can anyway. It was a pretty big extension cord, so I just gave myself just enough to use. I don't think you need that much of a long extension cord for a jukebox, since it's mostly going to hang by the wall anyway. And whatever time you need to turn it, you could just turn it for maintenance purposes. I got the new torment wire there. I just took 3 speaker wires, which was mainly comes in 2s, and then I took half of 1 wire and hooked it with the new end there to the control center. And I did some modifications to the control center. I got a new fuse, as you can see right there. It's one of those fuses that has a built-in cap put on it, so there's not much I can do to it. I even got a new 1000 multimeter capacitor inside of there. Then I rewired the fuse part of it. The other side of it was broke. Then I rewired the power cord, because the cord inside was rigged in multiple places, so I fixed that. And then I kept an old 330 capacitor in there. It should work just fine. I tried to find one at Radio Shack, they didn't have one, and I didn't feel like waiting for one on eBay, so. But if that one works, I'll just keep it the way it is for now. And if I need to, I'll replace it later. But most part I got to definitely work on the amp, because that thing is just a total disaster. There's a lot of things I gotta do, and it's gonna take some time for that thing to get done. But I do got the machine turned on, so, and of course I got no lights hooked up at all. But I'll show you that this mechanism here does work, even though it's a bit dirty, but I'll show you in operation. And I got a also a sound thing here. As you can see, I got a aggregator clip to these RCA connectors, and I'm using the amplifier for the Wurlitzer. The sound doesn't come out very well, so I'm assuming that the amplifier for this jukebox has to be stronger than what they designed for a Wurlitzer here, because the sound is really low, and when you go play it on the Wurlitzer, it's loud. But I'll give you a brief demonstration. As you can see, she does move back and forth like she's supposed to. The yellow cartridge on here is good, even though I would probably replace it soon anyway. But that red cartridge that's on this side here is totally destroyed. It just flies across the record. It doesn't really play at all, so the needle tip is broke. But now I'll give a sound demonstration on it. This is a record I just put in there that's broke. So, and of course, for my Misfit record collection I told you about in one of my videos, there's some Misfit records that I can use for test purposes. I don't want to put any good records in machines like this because it has a good possibility of destroying it, so I just use some cracked records that still play alright and don't have much of a true trouble with it. So, and of course this is a Johnny Nash record. I can see it clearly, so I'll show the rejection of it. There's the pin here I'm switching. Now select another demonstration for you for it. As you can see, she does operate. She was a bit stiff on this thing here. She kept stalling a bit on it, so I had to use some WD-40 to lube her up to get it loosened up anyway, so that way she could actually pick up the records a little bit easier. It'll get about halfway and then it'll kind of bounce a little bit and then it'll finally pick up. And sometimes this here would misload. It would just not go all the way straight through, so the record would just come on crooked. But you can see she does work though, so we know that that part is good anyway. Which I'm glad for that. Now, like I said, now I got the hard part, which is getting to the amplifier. And once I get the amplifier running, then I pretty much got all the hard stuff out of the way, pretty much, for electrical wise. But of course I still have a lot of concerns for this thing. The pictures, I'm not too sure exactly what to do with it, because the pictures are kind of degrading on this. No, they just coming off the screen. I'm not sure how I could fix that. I got a lot of cleaning inside this thing I gotta do. And one thing, if anybody can actually help me with something, that would actually be really awesome for this. What I need is to get a another set of one of these here for these letters to be put onto this here on the carriage. I tried looking online and I just couldn't find it anywhere. But if anyone can actually help me find it, that'd be great. Well, that's the update. See ya.